All right. What is up, everybody? Shadow Scout 0013 happily reporting in for mini extravaganza news. Now, I know if a lot of you haven't already tuned in, you're probably tuning into this one. So, mini extravaganza is going on. A lot of releases for Star Wars Legion are coming out. And this is going to be just an easy way to kind of look at what's coming on without having to watch the stream because I'm going to try to make it as quick as possible. Now, I want to go ahead and introduce you to the channel. Go ahead, like, subscribe, and leave a comment below of what you're most excited about, what you kind of have thoughts about, what you wish you could see, what, all the different things that you're, excited about with what's coming out and or theories. So I know a lot of people will have a lot of theories and stuff about what's going to happen, but let's go ahead and break it down. Before we do, I want to introduce. So basically, I have finally finished my subscription on my website. I fixed it up, finally got it all taken care of, and I kind of want to shout out. So if anybody is looking for, working out, and they work out for $15 a month, you're going to have access to my software. So basically, you're going to have access to a lot of programs. With this, just real quick, you're going to have 3, 4, 5, 6 day a week workouts. There's corrective exercise program in case you kind of want to take it easy or you have a small injury. I have my current routine. I'll have my last routine on there. I have up to 30 home workouts and isolation workouts as well. Each one of them have a video component and, different stuff to them. If you view it, you'll be able to kind of see everything that it comes along with. And yeah, there's a little, button for timing at the bottom. There's, circuits, videos, everything, you can record your progress. There's assessments, there's coaching in case anybody, has any questions about, variations or want to add variations. There's tons of different things, just to kind of help you out there. And then there's PDFs, kind of like example meal plans, just in case anyone's interested. You can track your progress. You're going to be able to log in with MyFitnessPal. And yeah, so if you guys are interested, it is there. Go to www.theburnacademy.com and I'll leave a link in the description below. That way you guys can check it out. But we'll go ahead and get started here. Let's go ahead and take a look at all of the new stuff coming out. So we have Din Djarin. Din Djarin, finally. He's going to be able to be used for Empire and Rebels. He is a mercenary unit. So if you're going to want to do, you don't have to use, allies of convenience at the moment for just to run him. Okay. Now, if you want to run him and IG-11, you will have to, okay, because you're going to need to run the allies of convenience to be able to have double bounty. So even though he's not, IG-11 is not going to have bounty, and we'll discuss about that. But he has Arsenal 2, and I know it only shows that he has one weapon on his card. We've been exposed to just one command card, and it's not necessarily a weapon. So maybe some of his other command cards have something that he can do. He also has a weapon that you can upgrade, and we'll talk about that in just a second. He's got bounty, which for the first time, Rebels finally have bounty, which is really cool because they've been lacking on that. He's got impervious, so you're going to be able to roll an extra defense dice for each pierce number that they have. He's got independent aim and dodge. So if he doesn't have an order at the beginning of the activation phase, you gain an aim and a dodge, which is very, very cool. And then tactical 1. So anytime he moves, he gets an aim. So he's gonna be able to generate lots of aims, especially if you don't give him an order and then you move him. You'll be able to do a free move with the weapon, and I'll explain that in just a second. But it's going to take both your actions. So he's got 2 training slots. He's got a comm slot, 2 gear slots, and a gun. So it's going to be very similar to, Boba Fett in the Empire right now, except he's going to have, this guy, Din, is going to have an extra weapon slot. He's got 2 black for melee and lethal 1. So you're going to be able to spend one of those aims to make it lethal or pierce. So that's so cool in melee. I don't know if, any other bounty hunter has pierce in melee. Only, usually either maybe Wookiees. I don't know if Wookiees have it or not. I doubt it, but at least your force users. He's got range 1 to 2, lethal 1, long shot 1, and versatile. So that's so many keywords. That's awesome. So if you don't give him an order and you move with him, So you're gonna have you're gonna have two aims. You can make it a long shot with one aim, so range 1 to 3, and then say you get through cover, you can spend your second aim to make it pierce 1. So I think this is really, really cool. 5 health, 3 courage, same with Boba Fett. Red die saves, surging to crit, surging to defense. The Beskar armor is there. I believe that this is awesome for him. This is such a great unit. And in the future, I'll come out with some stuff kind of giving him some training slots. Maybe if you wanted to, you can use situational awareness or put situational awareness on him, and he'll be able to use that free dodge he gets to cancel those crits and make him a little bit more tankier at least. And then you're going to want him running up close. So he's going to be a close person with his rifle, his Ambin rifle. It's going to take 2 actions to move speed 1 and then choose an enemy unit in line of sight. So there's no range limitation, it looks like. It doesn't say that it has to be in range 3, 4, 5, infinity. You don't have to worry about cover. It's pierce basically if you get a hit or crit. So you're going to roll a red attack dice. If the result is a hit or crit, the chosen unit suffers a wound and gains a suppression token. So it's kind of like if you rolled a hit or crit, you're getting through. He doesn't surge. So this is the best way to negate cover and to just go ahead and get pierce. It's awesome. And then it's a melee weapon too. And with Arsenal 2, you can probably use his, you could probably re-rolling 5 black dice, surging to crit and melee. So that'll be pretty cool. And then it's also immobilized too and suppressive. So they'll get 2 mobilized tokens and then a suppression token. But it's going to take both your actions to move speed 1 and shoot. So it's not really a really good long range fighter. He's going to have Whistling Birds as a 3 pip. We don't know what his 1 and 2 pip are. It might allow him to have something else. That'd be really, really nice. But we'll see. And then so during his activation, Din's going to gain as an action, choose up to 3 enemy units at range 1 and in line of sight. For each chosen unit, roll 1 attack dice for each mini in that unit. That unit is going to suffer 1 wound for each paint that you find. Okay. So you're going to roll 3 white dice. If there's any paint, they're going to suffer a wound. There's no chance to block it. So that's really, really nice. Yeah, I feel like he's going to be really, really well-rounded, especially close range. Okay. I mean, that's just given to him. Now we're going to look at Grogu, who is his counterpart. He's going to have Hunted, which is really bad, but so you got to really be careful with them. So when Grogu is defeated, you're going to replace this mini with an unclaimed the asset objective token. So Grogu may never be restored. Each trooper unit gains claim the asset. And then at the end of the game, if an enemy unit has claimed the asset objective token, that unit controlling player gains a victory token. So if Grogu dies, you're going to have to do your best to go after him and save him. Latent power, at the end of your activation, you can gain a suppression token to roll 1 red defense dice. And then on a surge result, you can choose an enemy at range 1 of this mini, and that unit gains 2 suppression and 2 immobilized tokens. So if Grogu is in range 1 of some enemy, and you roll a surge on the red dice, you're gonna be able to give him 2 suppression, 2 immobilize. That's really nice, but at the cost of a suppression. He's got 3 courage, or Din has 3 courage, so that's not gonna be too bad. On a blank result, remove a wound or poison token from a friendly non-droid trooper unit at range 1. So you'll possibly be able to heal Din, which is really, really cool, but you got to rely on taking a suppression and hopefully getting a blank result. So and I think if you take Grogu, you're only going to be able to allow Din in the Rebel faction. I don't think you're going to be able to take Din and Grogu in the Imperial faction. And he's small, so he can't be shot at, as far as I understand, beyond range 1. It's the same kind of word that ID10 has. So I think that Din is going to be really, really such a great character, and there's a lot of possibilities for him. Now let's look at IG88 and then IG11. They're very similar, but they're also a tiny bit different. So IG88, it has 5 health, 2 courage, surges to crit, really, really nice. Red defense dice, armor 1, so you can cancel a hit result, arsenal 2, which gives them a bigger attack pool than IG11. But IG11 is going to be able to, hit 2 different units with that same gun. So if, with arsenal 2, you can, if you're at range 3, you can use both your guns, which will have pierce 1 shooting at someone. So you'll have 6 dice total, 3 black, 3 white, surging to crit. With IG11, you're either going to be shooting 2 black and 1 white at someone, and then another 2 black and 1 white at someone else. That's the difference of what you're going to wind up doing. IG88 has bounty, which I really, really like. He's going to be in Empire only. So I think that combining IG88 with Boba Fett is going to be a really great combination. He has impervious, so he's going to, again, be able to roll an extra red defense dice whenever there's pierce, and sharpshooter 1, which is really cool, especially when you're surging to crit. He's going to have a range 1 to 4 gun and a range 1 to 3 gun, pierce 1, versatile 1. And then his vibro cleaver is going to have a single rainbow pierce 1. So that's also really cool, just like Din. He's going to have a training, a comms, and gear, 110 points. Not bad. I think that's really, really good. Really, really good. I think, you're fighting a lot of bounty hunters between 105 and then now 120. So I feel like that's a pretty good, range. Your IG11, armor 1, gunslinger. So like I said, not as big of a dice pool, but still being able to shoot the same gun twice. Impervious, programmed. So you're going to have to equip his nanny programming. So when building an army, Grogu is going to gain counterpart IG11. So it's kind of almost like setting a chain with Din and then Grogu and then IG11. It's kind of, you're keeping the trio together. He's going to gain AI, dodge, and move. So if you don't give him an order token, he's going to have to either move or dodge. That's not too bad. He's going to have 4 red dice in melee, and surging to hit. So he's going to have a pretty hard hitting melee attack. Range 1 to 3, again, pierce 1. Not versatile, but yeah. And then he's got pretty much the same everything else. He can be used in Rebels and Empire. Okay, so that'd be pretty cool. Now, I'm assuming that when you're in Empire, he's going to have different programmed cards. So you're probably going to be able to do the same kind of programmed cards that you would see on spider droids. You don't have to do any of that, though, with IG88. He's just good on his own, which makes him, in my opinion, a little bit better. Now let's talk about Boba Fett and the older Boba Fett, okay? So older Boba Fett, jump 1, arsenal 2, impervious, independent standby. So at the start of activation phase, if you don't have an order, you're going to be able to gain a standby. He's got Sentinel, so you're going to be able to use your standby at range 1 to 3 instead of 1 to 2. And he's getting that standby for free, okay? And then sharpshooter 1, tactical 1. So anytime you make a move, you're going to gain a name. This is really nice. He's a little bit slower, older, it seems like. So he's only speed 2. Everyone else has been speed 2 as well. For the most part, we haven't had any speed 3s right now. He's got his famous carbine, range 1 to 3, pierce 1, and his melee is only 1 black dice better than his normal other one, which is going to just be 3 red and 1 black. Now you do have arsenal 2, even though he's only got 1 gun, and his command cards don't give him an extra gun. Now he's going to be able to perform kind of like a General Grievous attack with his 2-pip, and I'll explain that in just a second. But other than that, it looks like for Arsenal 2, you're probably going to be able to equip the old Boba Fett cards to him, or use his old Boba Fett cards, and gain the same stuff. So with Arsenal 2, maybe you take the jetpack rocket, so you're going to gain, 3 red at range 3 to 4. So now at range 3 to 4, you've got 6 dice that you can shoot. Pierce 1, blast, sharpshooter. Well, sharpshooter 1 is not going to matter because you have blast. But yeah, surging to crit, that'll be really nice. So that's, I kind of think why they have Arsenal 2 on there is so that if you do use his other command cards, you're going to be able to, use both weapons. And he still has 2 training slots and 2 gear slots. Okay, there's really nothing else that's changed. And he's used in Rebels. So he doesn't have bounty, but you can use him in Rebels, Din in Rebels. Yeah, but you'd have to take, the AOC or the Allies of Convenience. So if we look at his command cards, his one pip is 1 unit. So if Boba Fett is not issued in order, if Boba Fett is not issued in order with this card, Boba Fett gains marksman this round. So gains an aim token and increases the range of his ranged weapons by 1 to a maximum of 5. So if you don't give him an order, he's going to gain a standby. He's also going to gain marksman. He's also going to gain an aim. And you're going to be able to increase his range 1 to 3 to the range 1 to 4. And we can eventually go to up to 5, it looks like. If Boba Fett is issued an order with this card, at the start of the activation phase, a unit at range 1 of Boba Fett may perform a free speed 1 move. So there's really just 2 ways to use it. I would probably go with not giving Boba Fett the order, gaining it an aim, a standby, and then going to range 4 when you do attack, and then you're already going to have range 1 to 3 with your standby. Yeah, I think that this will be a powerful card. And then maybe say you don't want him to have it and you give it to, well, say you do want him to have it. So you give it to Boba Fett. You're going to be able to use, if you do have Din's going to have independent. So he's going to gain an aim and a dodge. He's going to do a free speed 1 move. So he's going to move a little bit closer. And then maybe during his activation, maybe that'll also give him hopefully tactical 1 with that speed 1 move, giving him an extra aim for free. So there's that. I don't know if there's any, errata on that, but yeah. His 2 pip is only given to him. So Boba Fett may not perform attack actions during his activation. So basically you're going to have to move, or you're going to have to claim and move, or you're going to have to maybe dodge, maybe take an aim. And then at the end of your activation, Boba Fett may perform an attack with only the following weapon against each unit at range 1 and in line of sight. So what I would do is I would just move into line of sight to as many units that you can, and then just hammer everybody. That's a good way to use this one. And then with his 3 pip, it's going to be able to give it to Boba Fett and 2 units. While Boba Fett has a face-up order token, when a friendly unit at range 1 and in line of sight of him makes a ranged attack, you can add 1 black die to any of that unit's attack pool. So if basically you have Din next to him, and I'm trying to think of anyone else who you don't have to use allies at convenience for, because it just depends. So yeah, so if you have a face-up order token, because you're going to be giving it to Boba Fett while he still has it, and maybe you move units up to range 1 of him and in line of sight, you're going to be able to just add a black die. I think it's making Boba Fett more of a support in that card. You kind of want to, he's going to not fire support, but it's kind of like he's trying to add something, it feels like. But yeah, I mean, there's that card. So we'll keep going. We're looking at the new units that are going to be coming out. The Dark Troopers. These are great, but then on the second hand, it just kind of depends on what you're looking for. So they have armor and plotting. And as far as I know, plotting, you're only allowed to make 1 move. You're not allowed to double move. And they only move at speed 1. They're unconcerned, so this unit cannot benefit from cover. And then miniatures in this unit cannot be repaired or restored. They don't care about courage, or sorry, they've got blank courage like Vader, so they don't care about suppression. Suppression is never going to be a thing to them. With armor, as long as crits are going through, you're not getting hit. They're going to have 2 order tokens though. Okay, so with Unstoppable, this unit is eligible to activate during the activation phase while it has 1 or fewer face down order tokens. And this unit may never have more than 1 face up order token. So you can't pull a heavy if you have given them an order and use it. So you're probably not going to want to give them an order, and if you do, you're probably going to want to do something with them and then turn it face down, and then you have a chance to draw another heavy and they can go again. Okay, and then when we're creating your order pool, like I said, you have to just add an extra order token. They're going to have 2 heavies, and by the looks of it, it looks like, you've got your 4, you've got your 1 here, 1 here, 1 here, 1 here that look normal. And then you're going to be able to add 2 heavies, which probably look like these guys, possibly a flamethrower holding it that low, and then a rocket, the HH-12 or whatever that one is. And then it looks like the sword. And I forgot what the sword is, but yeah, so it's going to be, let's see, 6. There's going to be 6 in this entire unit. They have 2 health each, but you're never going to be able to repair them. They don't surge at all. So the range 1 to 3, it's a possible that it hits. They've got a pretty hard hitting melee. And especially if you have the 3 here, maybe you can possibly put all of them. But for the price of 95, I'm doubtful that you're going to be able to put a lot of people on here. And I don't know. I don't really know about this. It seems like it's a lot of points for, I don't know. I really don't know. It just depends on what Moff Gideon can do, because Moff Gideon, we got a spoiler on him, on his mini, I should say, and hit 1 of his command cards. So we don't know what the other 2 command cards are, and we don't know what his unit card is going to hold, but we do know that his 2-pip can order 2 units, and then this card cannot be chosen during the first round. So it's going to have to be chosen 2 through 6. After orders have been issued, choose a friendly Imperial Dark Trooper unit that has a face-up order token. If I have to place a bet on Moff Gideon having Entourage with the Imperial Dark Troopers, I would not be surprised. So unless, I could be wrong, but maybe you give them the order. So you can remove them from the battlefield, keeping all their tokens, and then place it on the battlefield beyond range 2 of all enemy units. And then you can flip that order face down, but you're going to be able to draw their order again and then still get 2 actions. So it's not bad. Since you're getting 2 actions every single time that you're going to have an order, but they can only move once, it makes them kind of powerful. But for the price of them, I don't know. I'll have to kind of see what it's like, because you'll be able to make a move and then shoot, and then your order token will be flipped, but then maybe you draw it again. Maybe you can move again and shoot. That's why they probably don't want it going too fast. I don't know. We'll see how it works. Then we have the new dynamic exit organized play kit. They said it was going to be pretty much there. You've got to go and pick up secret information without getting caught. So you're just kind of infiltrating, an Imperial Star Destroyer, and you're trying to take all of the information you can and extract it. Some things there you won't be able to extract anything. Some things you will. It's kind of like a little, little hat, trick, and then you don't know where it is. So I think Iden Versio is going to stand out insane with this in her Inferno squad. I also think that maybe Cassian and the Pathfinders will stand out a lot in this gameplay. So I'm excited about it just for that aspect, just to kind of see how Iden Versio would play in infiltrating and keeping the Imperial secrets. We also kind of got to see a little bit about the little Ewoks here. So we know that they're going to be a pretty big unit, and they're going to be a battle force. So you're going to see, this is like the heavy with the axe, and then this is the trap specialist. They're going to be able to set traps. They're going to have probably independent and self-preservation, or maybe not independent, but at least self-preservation. And there's going to be a lot of stuff dealing with suppression. They said it's going to be kind of a special way of dealing with it. But the other thing that I think I'm extremely excited about, that I think everybody is going to be extremely excited about, is the fact that the Rebel battle force with Ewoks are going to be able to have an ATST. with Incognito, with Chewbacca. I don't even know how to explain how crazy that is. But to have Incognito with an ATST being able to walk up, oh my gosh, you're gonna, that's gonna destroy everyone. So I think that if you play Rebels, you're gonna need to get some Imperial Commandos, and you're going to probably want the Ewok Battle Force. They also said that the Empire will have their indoor battle force that's going to feature scouts and speeder bikes. So if you like scouts, like I do, especially, you're probably going to want 4. There's probably going to be able to accommodate 4. I'm assuming it's going to be similar to that 501st, where you can take 4 ARC troopers, or any of them where you can take 4 special forces. It's going to be very, very similar to that, in my opinion. But yeah, I'm excited, guys. I don't know about y'all, but this is going to be great next year, because it's all going to be happening at the beginning of 2023. So we have a while to wait. I think they just kind of ran out of stuff to talk about because it got delayed. And so now they're trying to show things that will be coming out in the farther future. But they're revealing all of these things and kind of getting a good look at everyone. I'm really excited about IG-88 the most, especially for Empire. And I think Din, there's going to be a special way to play him, but yeah, I think it's going to be great. He's going to be he's supposed to be really, really good at close range. So we'll see what the rest of his command cards and everyone else's command cards yield. But that is it, guys. Go ahead, like, share, and subscribe. Leave a comment below of what you are most excited about. And, you know, if I left out anything, go ahead and include it. Sorry, this was kind of so long and a little bit of rambling in there, but yeah. All right. I will catch you guys in the next video. There's more tomorrow, and it's probably going to be a little bit more today. So I will catch you guys soon. And yeah, y'all be safe, and may the force be with you.